Hey y'all, listen. We are ready for another season of Married at First Sight. This is season 20. I can't believe it's been 20 seasons. And we are in Seattle, okay? Seattle, USA, Northwest. This year we have a couple of coaches. We have 6 new couples. And we're just going to get right into it and talk about it. So the first episode, it started off just giving us a brief overview of what the season's going to look like. So this is the thing I noticed immediately, that these are good looking people. These are some good looking people. And I was like, okay, so at least we started with some eye candy. So they focused this first episode on the first 3 couples that were getting married. They are Adam and Marissa, they are Tori and Felipe, and they are Beljalie and Mecca. I love those names. Beljalie. Oh, I love that. So anyway, it starts out, first of all, Seattle is so pretty. It's just so picturesque. And Seattle is a place that can rain a lot. So they got these amazing B-roll shots with the nice sunny days. So you're seeing all the pictures by the docks and you know, the water and Pikes Peak and, you know, all the places in Seattle that are definitely eye-catching tourist attractions and just nice laid-back living, okay? And I really like that. So first, our first couple I'm going to talk about is the Adam and Marissa. So Adam is, you know, I didn't get his age. He is very successful. He lives on the water. He lives, like, his house is right there on the water. He has a deck right outside his home, and he travels by by jet skis. He travels by jet skis, and we just love the fact that he could just jump on his jet ski, get to where he has to go. You can also tell that he is very into fitness. He watches what he eats. He has his own business, and he's doing very well. He even said he wants to retire by the time he is 40 years old. He's a nice-looking guy. I definitely think he's attractive. He definitely works out, so his body's right, and he is now looking for love. But this is the key. He's seeing somebody. He was seeing a woman that he recently saw as of a week before the filming of this particular scene, and she didn't stay the night, but he did make her dinner, and she was over. So then when the coach came, Cameron Mitchell, when the coach came to, you know, talk to him and, you know, find out what was going on with him, he asked him about the woman he was seeing. And he showed him a picture, and they were both like, yes, she's very beautiful. And this is a woman he sees off and on. It's nothing permanent, but he does see her. So he said, okay, you need to call her and end this, because if we're about to move forward with you getting married at first sight, you need to call this woman to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that this is not happening anymore. And he did it. The woman did not sound happy. She sounded a little pissed off, honestly, but he did it. Now, this is my thing. If you were being told to end a relationship because you're filming a show, you're not really done with that relationship. And that would be a red flag to me. If I was coming into this process and I found out that there was a woman you had to cut off right before filming, that would be a red flag, because that means you were not single. Even though you weren't married or you didn't have a girlfriend, you still was, you know, in a situationship, okay? And so that would give me pause a little bit. But at this point, I'm sure Marissa does not know about, you know, this other young lady. So anyway, they're going through the process, and he's told that he is now going to be married at first sight. He's having a little bit of a feeling because his parents would be traveling, and his sister says she did not want to go, okay? Because I could only imagine, for the average person, they're probably like, this sounds crazy. Even though the show's been around for a while, not everyone watches it, not everyone understands the concept. And I'm sure people are like, why would you even want to do that? Why are you trying to get married at first sight? You know what I'm saying? So he did not have any representation, unfortunately, but he did have a good friend, and she was able to walk him down the aisle, who's basically his age. That's the situation with Adam. Then there's Marissa. So it seems like from what they were talking about, they are really in sync. First of all, she does not care about family dynamics not being perfect, because she does not have a good relationship with her father. So, and he would not be invited to the wedding. She's very close to her mom, and she's athletic. She's into, athleticism and things of that nature. And the way they were talking about it, it seemed like they would be a good match. So she found out she as well will be getting married at first sight. And then now the wedding day comes, you know, the preparation, she's there with her friends. And she sends him a gift, he sends her a gift. His gift to her, I think, was some sort of lanyard key and a few things just to kind of let her know where he is in his life. And then she sent him alcohol, and she sent him, I think, a notebook because she's into writing. And then she also said we could just eat, you know, boxed macaroni and cheese. And already Adam is in his bag, because I could already tell that Adam is very much into health and fitness, and he ain't about to eat no boxed macaroni and cheese, and he does not drink. Now, we flip back over to Marissa, and Marissa and her girls on the wedding day, they are taking shots of Fireball, okay? Fireball shots. So I was like, oh, she drinks. So you already know that's going to be somewhat of a conflict, because if my girl is drinking shots of Fireball, and then when she was in the car going to the wedding venue, she was still talking about more Fireball and more drinks, I said, ooh, they're going to have an issue. Okay, they may have problems down the line. So anyway, so now everyone's getting ready. You know, he's with his guys, she's with her girls. They're getting ready. They come down. All of the wedding venues are absolutely stunning. So they come to the wedding venue. His back is turned. She comes down the aisle, and they're like, okay, Adam, meet your bride. And she turns around, and bam, she's like, wow, I know him. So you already know that was a cliffhanger, okay? Because she already know him. So of course we cannot wait to see what is going to happen with that storyline, because I want to know how they know each other. That's the first thing I want to know. And then I'm really curious to see how this unfolds, and if there are compromises in the air, and how this is going to work in the long run. But we will see. Now we are moving on to our next couple, which is Tori and Felipe. Now, I have some red flags, I'm not gonna lie, with Felipe. So Felipe is the manager of an Italian restaurant. He is Brazilian, and he already has issues with Cameron, the coach, because when Cameron went to meet him, he said there were two things that happened. There's a pattern. And he said, what is it? He said, you're late. You were late. And for me personally, lateness like that is a red flag, especially for something as big as Married at First Sight, because I'm sure there are thousands of people who apply to be on this show, right? Thousands of people. So while people are applying to be on the show and they're doing all the things to make sure that they dot their T's and cross their I's, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. When they are dotting their I's and crossing their T's to be on this show, now you have somebody who can't be on time just for a Zoom call, you know? And he was saying, well, you know, it's his job. And with his job, he, you know, he stays out late at night. And I'm like, ooh, are you ready to be somebody's husband? Because unless she's a party animal like you, there's gonna need to be a lot of compromise. And so he was just saying he's ready for a relationship. He talked about how when he was growing up, he wasn't that cute, and he got his glow up, so his skin looks good, his face looks good. And he said women are just as shallow because they go for looks. And listen, on the initial attraction, that's what you're going for, looks, okay? Because that's all we have. So he is already, in my opinion, a little red flaggy, okay? So he's there with his mom, who looks amazing, and his dad. He talks about how, you know, family oriented he is. And so now he's ready to bring a woman into his life. I don't know, I'm not sure. So then we have Tori. Now, Tori is gorgeous. She is so pretty. Now, Tori looks like she could be of Latin descent. Her mother looks Caucasian, but her father must have been of Latin descent. They didn't show her father, but she has a sister that looks like she's completely white. So it looks like definitely there was a mixture there. This young lady is gorgeous. She is so pretty. She's just giving you all the looks, all the things, all the hair, the body, the thing. My red flag with her is that she keeps saying, will he run? Now, the first time she said it, it was okay. I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. But by the second, third, and fourth time, I was like, girl, why you keep saying, will he run? Why, like, he does not know you, okay? You do not know him. why is running the first thing on your mind? Because why would he run before he met you? Now, once he meets you, you really think he gonna run, girl? You really think that? So I was like, okay, I'm just detecting some self-esteem issues, some insecurity issues. I'm not sure, but I'm like, girl, that should be the least of your worries. And I'm like, somebody needs to be tapping her on the shoulder, like, girl, you need to calm down. Like, just get up there and get married first, and then let's see where it goes. But anyway, so she's getting ready with her girl. She has a nice, diverse group of friends, and she's getting ready. Her and her little baby sister are very close, and they're really excited. I mean, she looked absolutely stunning. He looked very nice as well. They showed them getting ready, and then they go to this beautiful venue, and they say, Felipe, you can turn and see your bride. And they are both like, whoa, because they are both like, you're hot, you're hot. Like, he could not stop looking at her. He was like, wait, that's my wife. You know, it was that kind of thing. You could tell he was super excited. She was super excited. He couldn't stop staring at her while they were saying their vows and, you know, doing all the things. So now, you know, they say their vows, they say the different things they would like to say to each other for that initial meetup. That must be so weird. I'm just thinking about that. Like, when you've never seen this person in your life, you're like, hi, my name is, you know what I mean? That's just so crazy. But anyway, so they meet each other. They're both enamored with each other. When they go to kiss, I think they hugged, and then I think they did kiss. And once they kissed, they were walking back down the aisle, and they were just like, oh my God, you're so hot, you're so hot. And let's see how long that stays. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how long the looks will prevail, because I already see some simmering stuff with them, but we're not sure yet. But I don't know. I'm not 100% with them. So now let's move on to our next couple. Our next couple is Belle Jolie. I love that name, Belle Jolie. Yes. Her name is Belle Jolie, and his name is Mecca. They are a Black couple, and already I'm getting all the feels. I think she is absolutely stunning. I think he is really good looking. He cleans porta potties for a living, and it's his family business. So according to Cameron, the coach, he said, you doing all right. I see a little coins in your account. Okay. So he said, yes, he's doing okay. Plus he does modeling, and he does modeling and catering. So he does modeling and catering, and he looks really good. His hair is, you know, he keeps it braided. Braids were nice, everything fade up, everything tapered, everything was really good. And he was just talking about the things that he would want in his wife. You could tell he's a bit of a jokester, you know, things like that, lighthearted, but he seems like underneath he could be a really sweet person. That's what I do get from him. Now, Belle Jolie, she is a makeup artist, she's a singer, and she's a dancer. Overall, she is a creative. Now, Belle Jolie, I saw your hair. Your hair is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna need you to fall back just a little bit on the lace fronts, because she's giving you such gorgeousness with her natural hair. The lace front is aging you just a little bit. So maybe you should fall back just a little bit on the lace fronts. Or if you do get a lace front, I don't know, just something that maybe frames your face, because she's a petite young lady, and I just think it weighed her down and it made her look older. That is besides the point. She seems to have a very bubbly personality. Now, going back to Mecca said, oh, I would love if my wife can serenade me. Now, he doesn't know that she can sing. Okay, so I love the fact that she gonna be like, ooh, you know what I mean, at night. Okay, so anyway, so they tell them that they have, you know, partners for them, that they found somebody and they will be getting married in 2 weeks. Now let's jump over to Mecca for a second. Mecca says that he was with a girl and she was just like, it's something about what you do for a living is messing up my pH. I don't know how that makes any sense. I'm just getting the feels that maybe she was maybe a germaphobe or somebody that just could not picture whoever she was with cleaning porta potties or whatever like that. So that's what he said, she said. So that didn't work out. And then back to Belle Jolie, she's just ready. You know, she said her mother was dancing with her in the club. She said her mother was in a club when she was pregnant. Maybe that's why Belle Jolie came out being so creative. So I'm excited about the meeting because I have a feeling that they will have a lot in common. I have a feeling that they will get along. I have a feeling that they will be, able to compromise. I don't know yet, but this is what I'm sensing. Now, the wedding day comes. Again, another gorgeous venue. She looks stunning. Thank God that hair was pulled back, and then she did like a little bun situation, and then she had the side, coming down the side. So it was all her hair. She looked absolutely stunning. So she had her hair down, dressed really pretty, very petite, like I said. And then Mecca had on, oh my God, his cornrows, whoever did those cornrows ate, because that hair with them cornrows was like zin, 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 zin. His cornrows were nice. They did a great job. His fade, just all the things. Now, Mecca's father said to him, he said, if she gives you tongue, wait. If she gives you, it's something about, let's see if I'm saying this right. If she gives you a cheek, she will get weak. And if she give you the tongue, she sprung. But honey, Belgian already knew. She said, we are doing cheek. I do cheek kisses, especially I don't know this person at all. So you can tell. So she sees him and they're just both like, oh my God. You can tell that they are both open. She's like, oh, Jesus, Lord, Jesus. Yes, Lord, Jesus. When she sees him, he's like, what? So his father, you can tell the father's joke. So, you always got that one parent who's going to be doing the most. And so, what? They didn't show his mother. I know they showed his grandmother. I'm not sure where the mother is. I got to do some research to see where the mom was. But the grandmother was there and his father. And the father, he had his little jokes to say. And, Mecca was there. So anyway, he had on his polish. He had on his little high water pants because he's tall. I'm going to need him to bring the hem down. I'm not really a fan of the high water pants. I'm not a fan, especially now, because I think that's kind of getting a little played now too, because now everything is the wide leg with the loose fit. So I'm just going to need you to bring that hem down just to at least touch the ankle, okay? But anyway, he looked nice. He looked really, really nice. She looked beautiful. They were both enamored with each other. And then when it went time to kiss, she was like, and he kissed her on the cheek, and then he gave her a hug. But you can tell that they were both excited about each other. Now, the only thing that gave me pause a little bit with Mecca, I think he knows he's good looking. I think he is very attractive. But when they were talking, and remember, I always consider the way they edit things because they are creating a storyline. So I do know that. But when they were taking the pictures in the back, it was more about him. He was talking about his looks and, I'm going to need you to just be a little more into her as well. I'm going to need you to be more like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. What do you do? It was just more about, so when you saw me, what did you think? I'm going to need you to calm down, because that always gives me the feeling of you being a little insecure. Because when you're fine, you're fine. When you're fine, you're fine, and everybody else will know you're fine. When you have to get the reassurance and the constant reassurance that you're fine, and again, that could just be the way they set it up for the storyline. I'm hoping that he really did ask her about her, and he's letting her know she's beautiful, because she is. This is what I'm really hoping, because I want it to be like that. But so far, it seems like it's going to be really interesting. It was just those first 3 couples. And, the next episode, we'll see, the other couples. And then we need to know how we need to know how Adam and Marissa know each other. Okay. So anyway, it looks like it's going to be a good season. Definitely follow along this journey with me as I go over this season of Married at First Sight in Seattle. If you made it this far in the review, definitely leave an orange heart in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Let me know your thoughts if you're watching it already. And listen, I am about 1,325 subscribers. I'm on my way to 2,000 and then on my way to 5,000. So definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, a like, a thumbs up, hype it if it's in your heart to hype. And I would totally appreciate that. Definitely go to my description and check out everything I have going on, from my products to my Patreon to other things that I have in the works. Definitely do that, and I would totally appreciate you. So that's the review for this episode of Married at First Sight, Season 20 in Seattle. And until the next time, peace.